Now we're looking forward to the Arthur J. Gallagher Challenge Cup final, which, as we know, takes place in Cumber on the 29th of July. I'm delighted now to have the two skippers with me. Beside me here, Nikolai Smith from Estonians, and on the other side we have Nigel Jones from CIYMS. Nigel, if I can turn to you first, obviously for you it's a special day, maybe more so. 4 in a row?
Yeah, it's a special day. I guess not too many times we get the opportunity to maybe play as many Challenge Cup finals, and to have 4 in a row, it's probably something I'll reflect on in years to come, and hopefully it'll be another good day.
Nikolai, on the way through to the final and the run through to the final, obviously you've been in good form yourself. Like Nigel, you've picked up 2 Man of the Match awards. Does that give you any added confidence going into the final?
Well, it's good to be scoring runs and doing well. It does help the confidence in any game that you're going into. So, but final's completely different. It's a one-off, and as I said to you before, form kind of goes out the window. If you get a good ball or anything like that, there's nothing you can do. So, just looking forward to it. And I think it's just whoever stands up on the day, and gets a big score, does well with the ball. So it should be good. Really looking forward to it. And hopefully we get the weather like this, and it'll be a good wicket. Hopefully.
Indeed. Nigel, turning again to you, obviously one of the major differences between the two sides as we look at it is maybe the lack of professional on the Estonian side, and obviously your professional Matt McGilvray, who's been in excellent form, especially during the cup run this season.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good point. I think probably what counterbalances is that you've got 6 or so guys in the Estonians team that are all sort of in a first class team now and squad in terms of the Northern Knights, and obviously that's where we're hoping the game goes, and there's certainly quality in that team. So, just because maybe we have a pro, I guess, on the team sheet, and maybe they don't, I think the quality is there anyway. So we don't really see that as a massive advantage purely just by having a pro.
You probably know the question that's coming, Nikolai, because you and I have talked about this during the course of this season. For you, you don't see it as a question of Estonians being without a professional. You see it as an opportunity to give young players, your own young blood, a chance.
Yeah, it just gives another guys opportunities. We just hopes we don't lose guys by bringing a pro who could be taking their spot. You look at someone like Ben Rose, who won us a game at Carrick, came in and got 20. Would he have done that if we'd had a pro? Probably not. Would he be bowling 10 overs a weekend? Probably not. James McGee the same. And it's just there for the more senior guys to stand up and score more runs more often, rather than just turn around going, oh well, it doesn't matter, we've got a pro here to do it, and he's paid to do it, so we shouldn't have to do it. So it kind of just makes the onus on us then, rather than on a pro sort of thing. And it gives young guys an opportunity to play, and that they're really enjoying it, which is good.
Well, obviously you both have recent experience of cup finals, so this is not a fresh experience for you. So Nigel, maybe give me your thoughts on what goes through your head on the morning of the final, the run up to the final, what you'll be looking to do.
I think it's quite a different feeling probably for a number of blokes in the team, and for me, I guess it's about it's another game of cricket. It's another opportunity to win a game of cricket, and quite often if you can be relaxed with that mindset going in, and you try and get the rest of the boys on a similar sort of wavelength, at the end of the day you don't want them to be doing anything different than they normally do in terms of their routines, and then going out there and just expressing themselves and backing themselves when they get the chance. So I've pretty much backed myself off that motto as well, try and be relaxed, and it's the process for me, it's not so much the outcome. If I can nail the process, then we'll get the outcome.
Nikolai, similar question to you, but obviously you've got that slightly different experience in that you have got maybe potentially in your lineup 4, 5, 6 younger guys who haven't been in a cup final before. What's your message going to be to them?
You'd have to look back. I'd say a couple of them have actually played. I've been involved in 2. We've lost both, unfortunately, but I've been involved in 2, and I think Jones hits the nail on the head there. You've got to look at it as just another game of cricket. If you come out and you kind of tense up and you just you worry too much about the day, and rather than just worry that if I stick to my processes, as Jonesy says, it'll probably go right. So the guys that do the process well don't get too overwhelmed by the whole situation of the day, the crowd, and just play with that freedom. Those are the guys that will probably come out on top more often than not.
Final question for you on this one then is match winners. Nick, if you could maybe look at match winners on CI, and Nigel, if you could look at the match winners from Estonians.
CI obviously they've got a serious side, so they've got match winners all down their lineup. Doc Match had shown in the league game that he can score runs quickly. There's Jonesy, the pro Jacob Mulder, who's obviously Irish cricketer, and then with the ball, if AC turns up on his days, he can be devastating. So there's match winners just scattered throughout their lineup, which makes it much tougher, because anyone could turn up on the day and win them a game. So we don't really look at them and say he's a match winner, he's a potential match winner. We just kind of take it and try and learn from the games we played against each other, and try and just block their strengths and not go to their strengths. If we do that and make it difficult for them, we should hopefully get them not doing well. And if they come out on top, fair play, because it means they've worked really hard to counter our plans to them.
Okay, Nigel.
I think similar probably to Nikolai, in terms of probably a number of guys who have the potential, if they turn up in the right headspace and can nail what they're trying to do on the day from Stone's point of view. I guess a key one probably that we look at is probably James Shannon. He tends to probably offer the acceleration in that batting lineup, but it'd be remiss if I wasn't mentioning Andrew White and Nikolai probably. I think for us that there's three key men there. I'm sure there's a few others that can pitch in, but we'll be looking to try and make some progress into that top 3 or 4, and I think that will put us in good stead.
Nigel, thanks very much for that. I think you should know that whilst you were saying that, James Shannon was actually listening in the background to see what you had to say about him. Thanks very much, gents.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right.